Are you required to disclose if someone has passed on in the flat before?
This one, yeah.
Hi everybody, this is Jervis here, known as the Millennial Realtor in Singapore, and I've been in the business for about 5 years. So before I came into this business, I was just thinking of finding a part-time job to clear my student loans. So I was just thinking which is the fastest job I could do it, and that's how I ended in right here.
Hi guys, Sofian here. Likewise, like Jervis, I've been in business for 5 years. Back then I was in the police force, and now I'm in real estate. So why I got into this real estate business is I want freedom, flexibility to work on my own, and then I want to soar as high as I can. To start the game, each player will draw 5 question cards from the deck. Players will take turns choosing a question card from their hand to ask their opponent.
Players will also be given 3 action cards each where they can skip, swap or switch at any point of time. For skip, you can skip the question, swap, you can swap the cards on hand with your opponent, and switch, get your opponent to answer instead.
Okay. Oh.
Haha. There are a lot of sensitive questions inside. I'm ready to ask him and grill him.
Yeah, I can start first.
Okay, so let's start first.
Miss, ask question first.
Hey, okay, ask question first.
This one, a lot of people have this in their mind. How much can a property agent earn?
I knew it was coming, you know. Wow. I'm going to... Okay. Okay, I think this is a good question. The fun fact here is that a lot of people think that real estate agents actually earn a lot.
Yeah.
Right? But actually the industry average now is like 50k per year per agent.
Yeah.
But of course the top 1% they get the best, right? I would say it range from maybe $50,000 a year all the way to maybe 5 million possibly.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you this very interesting question. Have you sold a house that was once a crime scene or was known to be haunted?
Oh, this one. Wow, just last week, interesting question, good.
Wow.
So just last week, I brought buyers to see this unit at Sengkang, and then somehow my buyers seemed to notice and recognize from an article.
Oh my god.
So that unit was actually, I think it was a murder case unit.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I think that was quite eerie. Yeah.
I've heard of instances where the house is vacant, the agent went in and then the doors just start slamming by itself.
Yeah.
I'm just so thankful that I haven't experienced it yet.
Is there a ritual? If let's say you know that place is haunted.
Ritual, we just stay outside lah.
Correct. We just stay outside.
When was the longest time you went without selling a house?
Honestly, I've been quite blessed. I think maybe 1 month.
But I think you're doing more on landed and
private and new launches as well.
And new launches.
Yeah.
Okay. So probably the volume won't be as high
yes,
as what I'm doing.
HDB, right?
Because I do a lot of condos and HDB.
Yes.
So for me, okay lah, not too bad lah.
None. He's always earning money.
Have lah.
True or false?
Yeah.
If you are a pretty or handsome agent, you typically sell more houses. Don't do that.
Well, I think this is a misconception. People, I think it's an important role that we are playing.
No, he looks like he looks like he really thinks that because he's good looking is the reason why he gets more business.
To answer the question, I don't think so. And now people are looking at, let's say, track records, the... No lah, at least try to look good lah.
I think that's the truth. No, I honestly think that's the truth. Okay, I think what Sofian mentioned is absolutely correct. Like, people look at track record and how strong you are. But first impression counts.
Yeah.
Right? If you go into the home all like, sloppy, then of course you don't look good. Then how are you going to sell the home?
You don't have to be handsome or pretty, but you just have to dress well. I think that's good enough.
Agree.
Yeah?
But do you feel like a pretty girl might have more leads and more referrals?
Oh, Jervis, what do you think?
I think the door is there. Okay.
Do you think property agents carry the same bad rap as insurance agents?
Wow! I thought we were at a round only! Okay, I have a lot of great friends who are financial consultants themselves. I feel that both real estate agents and financial consultants used to have the bad rap.
Yeah.
But now I don't think so.
Yeah.
And the reason behind that is because the entire industry is evolving. And deal structuring now is getting so much more complex, and the REITS exam so hard to pass.
Yes.
I think that real estate agents and financial consultants both do not hold the bad rep, but there are always black sheep that spoil the market.
Yeah. So I think gone are the times where people see us agents, be it insurance or real estate, as someone who just wants to earn money or rather cheat their money.
That's right.
We need them, they need us. So I think it works. It works like that in the synergy.
True or false? Investing in real estate is a good source of passive income.
Definitely yes. That's what we have to answer, right?
Yeah.
Jervis?
What?
That's what we do.
Yes.
Yeah, but again, it's something that we believe. I think Singapore property, you wouldn't go so much wrong getting a property and investing in property. I think that the historical data has shown. So yes, if you have the excess income, if you have the means and capability financially, I think you should.
Yeah.
You must, in fact.
Yeah. What are some of the wildest things you have seen in a client's house?
Huh?
Whoa.
We need to use one service.
Whoa, okay.
We need to use one.
This home is $63 million GCB home.
Yeah.
I remember when I went in, there were 2 huge lion statues. And in the basement, right, it's full of antiques. And each antique costs more than $1 million. So when I was doing viewing, right,
Yeah.
I was very scared.
Very careful.
Because if I bump, then maybe 2, 3 years, 4 years of income that's just gone like that. So it was crazy. What was the most ridiculous lowball price you have experienced?
I know, like probably about 200,000 below market value.
Wow.
Yeah, so
HDB
like,
or private?
I think HDB probably.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so like I priced it at probably like say 600, and then he say, is one owner one or 400? If owner one, okay, I come and view and take. You know?
For me, I remembered there was one time when we were selling the 63 million home.
Yeah.
There was a person who offered 20 million.
20 million.
Yeah, of course I said, let me take you for a tour, take a look. Hopefully, you want to offer 63, but he didn't. He offered me 20. He said, take it or leave it. I said, of course, we will leave it.
So are you selling Lee Sen Young's GCB?
That's a secret. You're gonna stay tuned to our channel. Okay.
What is one landlord-tenant issue that you will never forget?
I remember this was a 5-year rental lease that I did, and I kid you not, right? They're staying above me. It's a private property, right? So there was one day where I saw a lot of police vehicles underneath my block. And I asked the security what happened. They said 12 policemen stormed into the unit because there was a stabbing incident inside.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
The unit, yeah.
And I was a real landlord. So it was very funny because when I met the tenant, right, I did all my due diligence, everything. She said she just came back from Australia. But apparently I talked to other agents who have suffered before. She said that she has been hopping into different units, illegally subletting units out, and just allowing individuals to come in. So there was a stabbing incident in one of the, and that was the last rental I did. I was like, okay, that's it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Wow, but this question is very interesting.
Interesting, huh?
I think you will have the experience to answer this. Are you required to disclose if someone has passed on in the flat before?
This one, yeah. If you ask me, normally what the seniors tell us, if nobody asks, we probably it's not at liberty to say. Again, some people are okay with people passing on inside the unit, some are not.
Yeah.
So if they ask, then okay lah.
Yeah. I'll answer this question very politically correct. So the thing here is that you need to see who you're representing, right? Let's say you represent seller. Of course, if the buyer doesn't ask, right, we won't deliberately disclose because we represent the seller's interest. But if the buyers ask, then of course it's our duty to disclose.
Yeah, correct.
But if you represent the buyer, then we of course have to find everything there's any problems in the unit as well. Yeah, but similar concept.
Yeah. Wow, this one later if you solve then kena. Cannot solve
Okay.
Cannot solve
Switch.
This one cannot solve True or false?
Yes.
Most property agents just want to sell you the most expensive house, the most commission. They don't care about what you want in a house.
That is absolutely false. Okay, the reason behind that is very simple because today, you see, it's a buyer it has to be a willing buyer, right? Even if you try to sell the buyer the most expensive home, that may destroy the rapport and that may not be able to, actually close the deal eventually. So I think that is false logically. But I believe there are a lot of agents, like both me and Sofian, who actually are not looking to sell buyers the highest price possible, but looking at the true intrinsic value of the property.
Again, I think we are here to stay in the long run. We want recommendations, we want referrals, so we want to strike a good deal for our clients.
Absolutely. So true or false? There is no need for a property agent if I can just settle all the documents myself.
Wow, this one sensitive a bit So a lot of people have the perception that they will be able to manage on their own. Since it's just paperwork, they can read up a bit. But I think it's really more than that. It's about having the knowledge of the market. Beyond that, things like the timeline, the calculations, what to buy, what not to buy. I think these are things that probably an expert will be able to advise better rather than it's not as simple as just doing paperwork to me.
There are like two key skill sets you need to have. Number one is how do you structure deals. There's so many clients that we serve, and then we have to structure deals properly. And secondly, most importantly, is negotiation, right? Because if you represent a buyer, we fight you a good price. If you represent a seller, we fight for you a higher price.
True or false? Okay, simple lah. True or false?
What do I have? What do I have? I only got swap left, right?
This is easy, I think. You don't need to be educated to be a property agent, just a clip tongue.
I agree that you don't have to be educated to be a real estate agent, right? I think there are a lot of individuals who didn't even go to university and they are so much more mature and wiser than people who have gone to university because of more life experiences. But I think the gift of the gap is something that is important because you definitely need to be able to speak well, articulate your ideas properly, and also be able to convey emotions when selling or representing a seller, right? So I agree that you don't have to be. I don't think it was educated lah. You don't have to go to school to be a real estate agent. I think that's true. Wow, I need to think a bit like this. Ask anything you want.
Have I eaten?
Yeah. Okay, I'll be like. Sofian, name a client who you hate the most.
Must give the name.
Full name. Okay, I'm gonna ask this question. I think a lot of people want to know this question about you specifically because you are also known as like a celebrity realtor because your wife is a celebrity herself. A very famous celebrity actually. So
I think so.
The question is, how did you meet your wife? And do you think that her influence has positively impacted your business?
Actually, I met my wife when I was back in JC.
Wow. So
that was like about when I was 17, we were 17.
Yeah.
Then after that, I was just dating with her and then I didn't do well, I flunked my exams. Okay lah, but I think it turned out good lah. So that's how I met lah, through a friend. That was like many years ago. Has she impacted my business? I would say yes. Yeah, definitely, because I think she is a form of marketing platform for me. She is my strength. To answer your question, yes. At the start of the business, I do get her involved a bit, just to create some awareness that I'm an agent, so that hopefully it will bring in more business for me and the family.
And I think that's so amazing because I'm very impressed by, a lot of people, they don't dare to like tap on their other partner's strength, but you do it. And for the family, which is amazing, right? But I have one more very important question. Do you expect that she'll be a superstar?
No way.
No. Then how do you know? How do you choose a wife that is a superstar?
I think the questions were some quite difficult lah. But most of it, I think, quite okay because we are in the industry lah, so we can wayang our way through lah.
Yes. I think you guys ask very good questions because these are the questions that people always want to ask but they don't want to ask. Honestly, I expected Sofian to be more like, because I know he's very tall and big, right? But he's so personable and I think your clients are very blessed to have you as a realtor as well. And it was a great synergy, honestly.
So likewise, before I met Jervis, probably, this guy. I don't know. This morning I went through his Instagram. Jervis
Who is that?
So do video lah, do what lah, go 1997 interview, Yes. So okay lah. I mean, glad I met him. So hopefully we can cross paths again.
Definitely we will.
Thanks for watching this episode of Spill It.
And if you love this episode, remember to subscribe and also go and check out other episodes as well. Okay. See you guys. Bye bye.